When we go on to what is permissible for prophets, prophets can do anything that any human beings could do. They were human beings, their nature was human beings, they're the elite of human beings, special human beings, but they're human beings. Those qualities that human beings, or those qualities that human beings have and are affected by, prophets have the same as well. But they cannot have anything that will lower them in their rank. They cannot do or be affected by anything that lowers them in their rank. Now here, again, just to mention, because this came up last week here, some people say, now how can you speak about prophets like this? How can you speak about prophets like this? Like you're talking about them just as human beings and so on. Here, remember, we're not talking at the level of spirituality. We're talking in terms of belief. What is our belief about prophets? Now, somebody will say, no, these are special human beings. Absolutely, they're special human beings. These are the elites of God Almighty. Absolutely. They're greater in rank than the angels. Absolutely, they're greater in rank than the angels. But they're human beings. They're human beings. That statement should not be made to denigrate prophets of God. That statement could be kufr if somebody does that. They're only human beings. No. The kuffar of Mecca, that's how they used to describe the Prophet. He's just a human being. And unfortunately the Muslims now will say the same thing. He's just a human being. So when we say that, this is to understand our Aqida. This is about belief now here. How do we understand the nature of prophets? How do we understand the nature of prophets? We say they're human beings, but they're the greatest of all humanity. They're human beings, but they're the greatest of all humanity. So when somebody now comes and says, yes, the prophets had unique qualities, absolutely they had unique qualities. They had unique qualities that which were far greater than even angels, for example. But what we need to understand here is their essential nature. Their essential nature. Then once we've understood that, then we can talk about the special nature of prophets. Okay, Zane? Any question? No. I'm not stepping onto the folder, am I here? Zane's twitching away in the corner. It's going to throw me onto some folder over there. It's still part of that history, that which is permissible for any of the human beings is permissible for a prophet, except for enough that would lessen their rank. Prophets can marry, eat, drink, have sexual relations and so on. Anything that a human being could do, a prophet could do, unless it's something that would lower them in their rank. Prophets can be afflicted by common illnesses, but not illnesses that would diminish their lofty status, such as leprosy or mental illnesses. They are protected by God from anything that is not befitting them and the message that they carry. Such as anything, they are protected by God from anything that is not befitting them and the message that they carry. Okay. So that's just a general point at the end there. Having said all of what we said about what's necessary and what's wajib, in terms of our beliefs, to understand that prophets were human beings whose essential nature is human beings. Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our belief in our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I was sent forth from the finest generations of the sons